Good afternoon from Your Best Car in Kent. My name is Ben. I'm from one of our 2 UK branches. We're in Cranbrook, 10 miles outside of Tunbridge Wells, or just a 40-minute train commute from London. Our other site is in Buckinghamshire near Marlow, and combined we have over 600 5-star reviews. So please check out our website to see those reviews of our happy customers and of course the rest of our fleet. Before I get into the walk around, I'd just like to answer 2 of the most frequently asked questions that we get here, which are: do we take part exchanges and do we offer finance? The answers are both yes and yes, we will take your part exchange. We can even pay off outstanding finance on your current car. Then on top of that, I'm thrilled to say that we are industry beating with our low APR finance rates. So if finance is the route for you, then please get in contact with us, or you can visit our website, yourbestcar.co.uk, where we have a finance calculator at the bottom of every advert. So whether it's PCP or HP that you're looking for, you can input some numbers, adjust the filters, find something that works for you, and then there'll be a finance breakdown of that contract before you hit apply. So this is the walk around video for our Range Rover Vogue, presented in Loire Blue, which looks extra stunning when the sun is out on a day like today. There's so much to be excited about with this car. There's luxury absolutely everywhere you look. It has the comfiest seats that Land Rover offer, the best suspension, along with the most contemporary technology. This really is the creme de la creme of all of the Range Rovers. It comes with a ferocious 3-litre V6 diesel engine producing 258 brake horsepower. It's also Euro 6 compliant. Down here we've got the unmarked 20-inch 5 split-spoke alloy wheels. Now what do I mean by unmarked? There's no signs of curbing, no scratches, no scuffs. All of the alloys are in fantastic condition and they look just like these 2 that I'm pointing out now. Looking at the side profile, we can see there's a slight tint to the windows from the B pillar backwards. The car comes with rear privacy glass, and then when the car's locked, the side mirrors are folded in. With that, we get keyless entry. So right now the key's in my pocket. You're going to come to close proximity with the door, open the handle, the side mirrors will pop out, and the car will unlock without having to press the buttons on the key. So inside, everywhere you look, everything you touch just feels premium. These are the ivory Oxford leather seats. Again, like I said, probably the comfiest that Land Rover offer. And then it's paired with this oak veneer trim, which you'll notice on the center console, some of the inner door panels and dashboard. Again, just enhancing that luxury feel. These front 2 seats can be electrically adjusted. That is found just under the thigh. The front 2 can be heated. And then the driver has 3 memory modes. That is found on the inner door card. Some cool upgrades are the Meridian the Meridian surround sound system, the panoramic sunroof letting loads of light into the cabin, really opening up the space in here. We've got a head-up display, which I'll show you in just a second. And then the driver has a leather-wrapped multi-function steering wheel, which can also be heated. You've got paddle shifters for switching it into your manual mode, so this is a semi-automatic gearbox. You've then got cruise control, voice control, your multimedia and hands-free buttons all fitted to that wheel too. And then in the middle is your touchscreen in-car entertainment system. So let's have a hop inside and run through some of the features on here. I've included every permutation, every option of the infotainment display in the advert photo. So don't worry if I've missed anything in this video. Let's turn that volume all the way down. There we go. So a touchscreen display, but then you'll have your sub-menus lit up on the left and right hand side too. So let's start with our multimedia. FM, AM and DAB radio built in as standard. You can then click here, TV/my video. This is your digital TV. Hopefully this will work. We are in a little bit of a dead zone in terms of signal. There we go, that's worked just fine. So your digital TV, like you'd have at home, you can have on your car, as well as for the rear seats, the rear TVs for the back too, which I'll show you in just a second. And then you can adjust the rear media from this main center console, but you have got a remote for the back too. You can also connect up your own music via Bluetooth or via USB. You can use Bluetooth to then connect up your phone book, so you can make calls, take calls, You'll have your phone book and contacts stored on the in-car entertainment system, so there's no need to be looking at your phone or getting distracted by your phone whilst driving. You can also use the buttons on the steering wheel to help you out with your hands free. Our climate controls. So we've got separate climate controls for the front and rear. You've got dual zone for the front, so there's different temperature gauges for the left and right hand side, but we can adjust the rear climate and the rear seat heating too. So if we click on front seats, here's our seat heating, and then we can click on rear seats for, of course, our rear seat heating as well. If we go all the way back, we can also use the buttons down here to adjust the climate controls. And then back to the main menu, we've got satellite navigation built in, which you can also see on the rear TVs. Moving over to the right, just some additional settings, some 4x4 information. If we put the car into reverse, we can see our lovely reversing camera with our sensors, which you can hear, and then our guidelines as well. So of course that's really handy for our parallel or bay parking. Put that back into park. As I mentioned down below, our climate control, so the intensity in the middle and then temperature gauge on the left and right hand side. You can also adjust the seat heating very quickly by pushing in the dial and then cycling through like so. You've got an intensity of 3 for both sides. And then, as I mentioned earlier, our oak veneer trim in the middle just looks premium, feels luxurious, but then we've got a very simple and neat center console. So our gear stick in the middle, our terrain response 2 control. So here we can adjust the suspension depending on the terrain of where we're driving. So as we cycle through our different programs, it will tell us on here what we're selecting. So we've got grass, gravel, snow, mud ruts, sand, rock crawl. At the moment we just keep it in automatic. And then one section below, this is our variable height suspension. So you can see there, that is lit up. That means the car is locked into its lowest access height. So that is the height that you're seeing in this video, as well as the photos, but you can raise the height like so by pressing that button. Underneath the armrest, the luxury doesn't stop. We've got a refrigerator compartment in here, so that can be turned on by flicking that button, and you can keep your cool drinks inside there. You've then got your USB and aux ports as well. Up above, our sunroof, well, our sun blind can be operated by pressing this button here. So one hard press towards the nose of the car, that will close it. I'll keep it open just so you can see how cool it looks from the back as well. And then you've got head-up display. Hopefully you can see this on video. So you can see down there your head-up display. Your heating button for the steering wheel is just here. And then here are just some additional speakers for the Meridian surround sound system. So that is it for the front cabin. Now on to the rear space. So of course we've got the exact same seat upholstery back here, the ivory Oxford leather seats. We've got plenty of head and leg room. If we just take a step backwards, that panoramic sunroof really opens up the cabin space. You've got the Land Rover premium floor mats all around as well. Here are your climate controls and your seat heating controls in that middle console. And then we've got the rear TV entertainments as well at the back. You might have already seen from the photos, each passenger will get their very own headset. That is just tucked away nicely in the cubby hold. And then in the middle, you've got your armrest, but it's also storage for your remote control. So moving around to the rear, you'll notice the privacy glass extends all the way back to the rear pane. We've got a nice Range Rover and Vogue lettering in a sparkle silver finish. We can open the boot by pressing the button once. We can do the same by pressing the button on the key fob. And we've actually got an extended loading bay. So if we press this button, that will open up for you as well. We've got a tow bar. So that can be operated by activating it and then pressing that button. It is electronically deployable, so you'll just have to wait 10 or 15 seconds for that to pop out for you, but there's no need to get on your hands and knees. That is all done automatically, and then that will fix into place. As we can see, that's nice and firm, and then we can press that button again and it will collapse. Now you'll be getting a rubber protective mat which goes over the floor lining. Of course, it's completely up to you what you do with it. We're going to leave it in. We can see it's a genuine Range Rover floor mat, but underneath, if we just take this out, we can see we've got the same premium carpet. If we lift this up as well, here is your spare wheel and jack at the back. Let's just squeeze that back in like so. And then to close both tailgates, we press this button here. The inner tailgate will move in for you too. You can adjust the rear seats if you need to. So there's actually a lever just under here. Hopefully I can do this one-handed. There we go. So that will collapse down the rear seats for you. So if you need that extra bit of room, this Range Rover has that practicality too. You can take off the parcel shelf as well if you need to. There we go. So if you're interested in buying the Range Rover Vogue, then please give us a call on 01580 712 115, or you can send us an email to sales@yourbestcar.co.uk. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we take part exchanges and offer finance packages. So if either of those options intrigue you, then please let us know. We're all accessible on iMessage or the Meta platforms of Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp. So if you have any questions about our cars, or you need to know some details of your part exchange, then please feel free to message us on those platforms as well. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and best of luck with your search for a new car.